This is Channel 25 WVTT Olean. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, this is the 6 o'clock report with Jeff Androlonis and Alexa Olson. Listen on News Radio 96.7 WVTT or watch on News Channel 25 WVTT television. WVTT proudly presents the 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson.
And I'm Jeff Androlonis. Good evening. The big story tonight on the 6 o'clock report. 2 people are recovering in the hospital tonight after a partial apartment building explosion in Allegheny County. Alexa?
That's right, Jeff. WVTT is continuing coverage of the apartment building that partially exploded in Alfred, New York yesterday evening. WVTT's Rosie Rutherford is in Alfred filing this report for us tonight with exclusive video shot for us by Michael Kidner.
2 people have been injured in a series of explosions at the Rose Apartments in Alfred, New York. Eyewitnesses report an initial explosion at about 5 p.m. Sunday evening, followed by 2 smaller explosions after the response team arrived. Rose Apartments on Glen Street are not owned by either of Alfred's colleges, but are home to several students. Alfred police have not specified the causes of the explosions and are currently still investigating. 2 tenants were taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and several community members have been displaced. Alfred State, with the help of the American Red Cross, have set up a temporary shelter in the Alfred State Pioneer Center and have asked that students keep all affected residents in their thoughts. In Alfred, Rosie Rutherford, WVTT News.
Excellent reporting tonight from our Rosie Rutherford in Alfred. Meanwhile, 3 Bradford residents are in jail tonight. Big troubles, allegedly selling a weapon of mass destruction, a bomb, in an undercover sting operation. With more on that story, let's go live to the WVTT Digital Newsroom, where WVTT's Valerie Tysaner joins us live. Valerie, what have you found out about this incident?
Hi, Jeff. Police say those 3 men are in custody tonight after they attempted to sell a pound of C4 to an undercover officer. Police arranged a sting operation and arrested this man, Jared Mayer, this weekend when he tried to sell the explosive to an undercover officer. He is currently in Bradford jail at $250,000 bail. Police also arrested John Vanya and Rochelle Judd. They linked the C4 to John Vanyo's employer. Police learned that the explosive was stolen from John Vanyo's employer, Kellner Well Services of Knapp's Creek. Rochelle Judd then worked with Vanyo and Major to advertise the explosive and arrange its sale. We talked to Brian Mall, who lived with Jared Major for a time.
Go mudding, like, we traveled, do a lot of stuff. I'd have to say he was like he always took care of his kids recently. Like, that's about how I know him. He was a family man. He didn't seem like he'd be the type of person to do something like this.
And police say that those 3 individuals are all in jail at $250,000 bail. Live from the WVTT Digital Newsroom, I'm Valerie Tysaner. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks so much, Valerie. Continuing to keep you up to date with that story here on the station you can depend on, News Channel 25 WVTT. Alexa?
Well, Jeff, the 22-year-old who fled the scene after crashing his car, killing his friend Jeremy Long, could be facing charges tonight now that he's turned himself in to police. According to the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Department, Jeremiah Burgess turned himself in late yesterday afternoon. Police are speculating that Burgess fled the scene because he was under the influence of drugs or alcohol and didn't want to get apprehended for being under the influence. No charges can be filed yet until the autopsy determining Long's cause of death is completed.
In McKean County, the sheriff's dive team among law enforcement organizations looking for a second body in the Allegheny Reservoir. State police Sunday found 1 body in the reservoir, that of a female. It happened near the Red Bridge Recreation Area, not far from Kane, Pennsylvania. State police tell WVTT News a canoe carrying 2 people appears to have capsized late Sunday morning. Police have not released the name or age of either victim.
4 men have been accused of breaking into and stealing from a Clarksville cabin on Saturday night. After reports of a burglary, the police found the 4 men near the cabin and 3 were arrested. One of the 4 is a 14-year-old juvenile. Their name has not yet been released. They have not been charged at this time. Along with second-degree attempting burglary, John Ames, Chad Colts, and Joel Brown were all charged with endangering the welfare of a child. Ames and Colts also indicted for marijuana possession, and Brown is accused of 4th-degree criminal possession of a weapon. The 3 adults were all taken to the Allegheny County Jail on $500 bail. Well, today is the day that all Americans observe Veterans Day, and in honor of Veterans Day, several restaurants are letting veterans eat for free. Now, local restaurants with this deal include Applebee's and Friendly's, and some local stores like Kohl's and the Bonton are also offering discounts with proof of a military ID. So if you're a veteran, enjoy a free meal or treat yourself to something special. WVTT sent a camera crew outside our studios to see how people in Olean are celebrating Veterans Day.
A lot of our men served for our country. A lot of them died for us, and they're very important to us. They're great Americans, and we just honor them always.
Veterans that have already served, especially like Vietnam and Korea, they're kind of forgotten. And I think more should be done for them. I don't think that any of them should be homeless or hungry.
Happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service to our country if you served. Still to come on the 6 o'clock report, our first look at weather and maybe our first look at a snow flurry or two. Details next. Also on the way, continuing problems with Japan's economy leads our global news update. Full details straight ahead here on WVTT.